Hello, and welcome to another video. If you're a fan of fighting games and action RPGs, the best controllers for PC are especially helpful. That's because you'll use your thumb, index, and middle fingers, which results in more efficient and quicker responses when playing. With that simplified design, the controller feels like an extension of your fingers. So sit back and watch us review the top 6 PC controller. Don't forget to check out the product link in the description box below. The Xbox wireless controller has seen some improvements over the years, but its most recent is the best yet. The Xbox Series X and S gamepad offers a more premium feel without the price tag, with improved tactile features and refined geometry, resulting in a more accessible and comfortable gaming experience. On the surface, the Xbox wireless controller doesn't look like a particularly drastic departure from its predecessor. It sports a similar shape and keeps the traditional button and trigger layout. On closer inspection, though, you begin to notice the subtle differences Microsoft has implemented. Considering the number of hands-on time controllers are subjected to, it's possible that you'll find it hard to keep yours in tip-top condition for years to come. In terms of remapping, you can remap the Xbox wireless controller on the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S via the Xbox Accessory app, though the level of customization is somewhat limited. The app allows you to remap a fair few of the controller's buttons to your taste and even gives you control over aspects such as whether your controller vibrates and whether you want your sticks automatically inverted. The Xbox wireless controller works with more than just the Xbox Series X and S. The gamepad is compatible with Xbox One, Windows 10 PC, and Android, with iOS support coming in the future. The enhanced wired controller feels nearly identical to Xbox's controller in many key respects. The core button, trigger, and stick layouts are the same. Its face buttons have a touch more travel, but have a similar tactile press. The sticks have the same responsiveness. Since this, an Xbox Series X update, a small round version of the Series X and S controllers, new share button features prominently at the center of the face, just below the X button. New to the Series X model, the enhanced wired controller now has a large transparent headset audio control switch at the bottom of the gamepad. Hovering just over the 3.5mm headphone jack, the dial allows you to adjust a wired headset's volume by pressing left or right and mute its microphone by pressing it in. The enhanced wired controller creates a reasonably comparable experience to the standard Xbox Series X controller. Aside from the wired connection, which provides the standard performance benefits and potentially inconvenient logistical limitations, there are very few times where I noticed the controller I was using. Available in a range of fashion colors, the F310 features 2 analog mini-sticks, 2 button/trigger combos, a D-pad, 4 programmable action buttons, and the mandatory back, start, and mode buttons. On the underside, you'll find a toggle that allows you to switch between X input and direct input, ensuring those vintage platforms you have stashed away will likely function, though you may need to download the software from Logitech's website to fine-tune your configuration. In other news, the F310 doesn't vibrate, so if that's how you get your jollies, this is not the droid you're looking for. Inside the box, you'll find the controller in a nigh-on indestructible molded plastic carton, a fold-out manual, more of a pamphlet actually, and a warranty card. I unboxed it, plugged it in, let Windows 10 faff about for 2 minutes installing drivers, and then spent the evening playing Trine and Gianna Sisters' Twisted Dreams. The F310 worked flawlessly with both titles. The DualSense is not only the best controller Sony has ever put its name to, but that rare gaming input device that manages to feel genuinely innovative. A pleasingly sturdier beast than its predecessor, the DualSense outshines the PS4's DualShock 4 in every conceivable way, finally giving PlayStation owners a controller that rivals Xbox's offerings. It would of course be remiss to talk about the PS5 controller without mentioning its killer app, Haptic feedback. Created by the company behind Nintendo's Joy-Con HD Rumble, DualSense's haptic feedback utilizes incredibly precise vibrations to help stimulate on-screen happenings by sending intricate reverberations jolting across your hands. From the trickle of water droplets gently pitter-pattering across your palms to the new adapter triggers tangible resistance as you pull back a bowstring, the aptly named DualSense enhances immersion in a pleasingly tactile way. It's hard to overstate the importance of Sony's new immersive tech, really. And while the packed-in Astro's Playroom software goes some way to demonstrating its potential, we have no doubt that PS5's launch games only scratch the surface of what haptic feedback will bring to the table. In an age where most controllers offer iteration rather than innovation, Sony's DualSense is the rarest of input devices, one that feels genuinely exciting. Razer has redefined the design of the Wolverine to improve the ergonomics. The long tapered grips have been replaced with more rounded, bulbous handles that are easier to grip. Razer has used new L-shaped handles that feel deeper and more secure in your hands. This also makes it easier to reach the top triggers. Additionally, it has moved over to using a more textured rubber around the grips. Some nice Razer green piping separates the handle from the center chassis, giving the V2 a modern and industrial look. The face buttons have changed too and include the new Xbox Series X and S quick share function. A new volume control button lives below the Xbox share button, and holding it and then pressing left and right on the D-pad adjusts the volume of any wired headphones connected to the controller. This is a great feature to have, as it saves a ton of button presses trying to pause games in order to pull up the Xbox audio controls panel. One cool trick is the sensitivity clutch feature, which works similar to Hypershift on Razer mice. It allows you to increase or decrease the sensitivity of the analog sticks at the press of a pre-assigned button. Pro snipers will likely find this feature very handy. You wouldn't guess it from the pictures of its drab, textureless frame, but the Stratus Duo feels remarkably solid. I was so surprised by its heft, I uttered a wow while taking it out of the box. Unlike many of the third-party controllers on the market, the SteelSeries doesn't feel hollow in the center. It weighs 246 grams, which puts it around the same weight as the Xbox One or DualShock 4 controller. The Duo features an ABXY button setup and symmetrical thumbsticks like the DualShock 4. The sticks feel well designed, with sharp grooves that make them easy to grip. The D-pad also sports a decent contour, but it feels mushy with very little clickiness. The Duo's main trick is its dual-frequency 2.4 GHz wireless for PC gaming and Bluetooth for mobile, VR, and Android. When playing wirelessly, you'll need to connect a small adapter to a free USB port, where it will likely remain forever. The adapter is tiny, so if you're likely to take it out of your PC often, you'll need to be extra diligent about where you store it, or it's going to disappear. That dual functionality could be a huge boon, making the Stratus Duo your universal controller. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Keep watching us for more tech-related videos.